Have you ever wondered why ordinary people fear powerful individuals, yet truly dangerous people never need to announce their strength? Listen carefully, because the next 50 minutes could change the way you think forever. Today, you are not here to be entertained. You are here to become someone. Obstacles begin to fear. The world does not reward potential. It rewards disciplined action. If you stay with me until the end, you will never look at your own life the same way again. Most people wake up every morning carrying dreams that never leave their imagination. They wait for motivation before taking action. They wait for confidence before making a decision. They wait for the perfect opportunity before moving forward. Then they wonder why years pass without transformation. But dangerous people never wait. They create momentum before they feel ready. They move while others hesitate. They build while others complain. They rise while others sleep. That is why they stand where few people ever reach. Look around your life for a moment. Every limitation you see first existed inside someone's mind. Every impossible achievement was once called unrealistic. Every successful person was once underestimated. The difference was never talent alone. The difference was the courage to continue when emotions said stop. You cannot conquer your future if your emotions control your present. Your feelings are temporary, but your decisions build your destiny. Imagine a blacksmith standing before blazing fire. He does not throw away the iron because it is hard. He places it into the hottest flames. He strikes it again and again. Every blow shapes strength. Every spark announces progress. If the iron could speak, it would call the hammer an enemy. Yet the hammer is creating something valuable. Your struggles are not destroying you. They are shaping you into someone stronger than comfort ever could. The greatest battle you will ever fight is not against people, circumstances, or competition. It is against the weaker version of yourself that whispers excuses every single day. That voice tells you to quit tomorrow, to delay your purpose, to settle for average, to believe your past defines your future. But another voice exists inside you. It says, stand up, learn more, grow stronger, stay faithful. Keep moving even when nobody applauds. The voice you feed becomes the life you live. Today, make one decision. Refuse to remain ordinary. Refuse to surrender your future to fear. Your transformation begins the moment your commitment becomes greater than your excuses. Every extraordinary life begins with an invisible decision. Before success becomes visible, before influence is recognized, before victory is celebrated, something changes inside a person's mind. That change is not loud. It does not attract applause. It happens in silence when nobody is watching. The world celebrates results, but it rarely notices the private battles that create them. If you want to become truly dangerous, you must learn to win the battles that nobody else can see. Think about an eagle preparing to fly. It does not argue with the wind. It does not complain about the storm. It understands that the very resistance others fear is the force that lifts it higher. While smaller birds hide from the storm, the eagle spreads its wings and rises above it. Your challenges are not designed to bury you. They are opportunities to discover how high you can rise when you stop resisting difficulty and start using it as fuel. Many people spend their entire lives searching for comfort, believing comfort is the reward they deserve. But comfort has a hidden price. It slowly steals ambition. It weakens discipline. It convinces you that tomorrow will always be available. Day after day, excuses become habits. Habits become character, and character shapes destiny. Before long, people wonder where the years went. They never realized they traded greatness for convenience, one small decision at a time. Now picture a young tree growing on a mountain. Every season brings fierce winds. Every storm bends its branches. At first it appears weak compared to the trees in the peaceful valley. Yet after years of resistance, its roots reach deeper into the earth than any other. When the strongest storm arrives, the valley trees collapse, but the mountain tree remains standing. Strength is not developed where life is easy. Strength is forged where persistence becomes a daily choice. The greatest prison is not made of steel bars. It is built from limiting beliefs repeated so often they sound like truth. People say, I am not qualified, I am too late, someone else can do it better. Those words become invisible chains. They lock away gifts the world desperately needs. The moment you replace those lies with disciplined action, the chains begin to break. Your future cannot be held hostage by thoughts that were never true to begin with. Remember, confidence is not the starting point. Action is. Every courageous person has experienced fear. Every leader has faced uncertainty. Every champion has questioned themselves. What separated them from the crowd was the decision to move anyway. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is refusing to let fear become your master. So today, stop negotiating with your excuses. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. The person you are becoming is stronger than the person you have been. Every disciplined choice strengthens your character. Every challenge sharpens your mind. Every step forward announces that you are no longer preparing for your future. You are creating it. Stay committed, because the next level of your life belongs to those who refuse to retreat. Nobody becomes unstoppable by accident. Greatness is never handed to anyone as a reward for wishing, hoping, or waiting. It is earned in moments when quitting feels easier than continuing. It is built through decisions repeated long after the excitement has disappeared. The world often mistakes success for luck because it never sees the countless mornings when disciplined people chose purpose over comfort. If you desire uncommon results, you must become committed to uncommon habits. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast forest with two paths before you. One path is wide, smooth, and crowded. Everyone seems to be walking there. It promises comfort, acceptance, and quick satisfaction. The other path is narrow, steep, and lonely. It demands sacrifice, patience, and courage. Most people choose the easier road because they fear being different. Yet history has never been changed by those who followed the crowd. Every life of significance was built by someone willing to walk where others refused. Consider the sculptor holding a rough block of stone. To an ordinary eye, it looks like nothing more than lifeless rock. But the sculptor sees something hidden inside. With every strike of the chisel, pieces fall away. The stone does not understand the pain of being carved. If it could speak, it might beg the sculptor to stop. Yet every cut reveals greater beauty. In the same way, discipline removes the habits, fears, and excuses that keep your true potential buried. What feels like loss today may actually be the process of becoming who you were created to be. There will always be voices trying to convince you to settle. Some will remind you of your failures. Others will question your dreams. A few may even laugh at your determination. Never allow another person's limited vision to become the boundary of your future. People can only judge from what they see, but your purpose reaches far beyond their imagination. The opinions of others should never become louder than the conviction within your own heart. Understand this powerful truth. Every day, you're either training your mind or allowing your circumstances to train it for you. If you constantly feed your thoughts with fear, negativity, and doubt, your life will eventually reflect those beliefs. But if you feed your mind with wisdom, discipline, gratitude, and faith, your actions will begin to align with the future you desire. The quality of your thinking determines the quality of your decisions, and the quality of your decisions determines the direction of your life. Refuse to underestimate the power of one consistent day. One disciplined morning becomes one disciplined week. One disciplined week becomes one disciplined month. One disciplined month becomes one transformed year. Small victories create unstoppable momentum. Keep showing up when nobody notices. Keep improving when nobody applauds. Keep believing when nobody understands. One day people will call you extraordinary, never realizing that your greatness was built one faithful decision at a time. There comes a moment in every person's life when excuses lose their power. It is the moment you stop asking why life has been difficult and start asking what your difficulties are preparing you to become. That single shift changes everything. Victims search for someone to blame. Leaders search for the lesson. Victims focus on what was taken from them. Leaders focus on what remains in their hands. The difference between defeat and victory is often nothing more than the perspective you choose every single day. Picture a ship resting safely in a harbor. It is protected from violent waves, strong winds, and dangerous storms. Everything about the harbor feels secure, yet the ship was never built to spend its life tied to the dock. Its purpose is discovered only when it sails into open waters. In the same way, your greatest abilities will never appear while you remain trapped inside your comfort zone. Safety may protect your present, but it can also rob you of your future. Growth always begins where comfort ends. Think about the life of a farmer. Before the harvest comes, the planting. Before the celebration comes, the waiting. Long before anyone sees green fields stretching across the land, the farmer has already spent countless hours preparing the soil, planting seeds, removing weeds, and trusting that unseen growth is taking place beneath the surface. Many people quit because they cannot see immediate results. They mistake invisible progress for failure. Yet the greatest transformations often happen long before they become visible. Never abandon your purpose simply because you cannot yet see the harvest. Every challenge you face carries two possibilities. It can either become an excuse that weakens you or a lesson that strengthens you. The choice belongs entirely to you. Pressure has never been the enemy. Pressure simply reveals what already exists within. Coal under pressure remains ordinary. Carbon under pressure becomes a diamond. The difference is not the pressure. The difference is the substance being transformed. Let every trial refine your character instead of hardening your heart. Stop measuring your life against the success of others. Comparison steals joy, destroys confidence, and distracts you from your own assignment. Someone else's timeline has nothing to do with your purpose. The tree that grows slowly often develops the strongest roots. The river that patiently carves through stone does not succeed because of force. It succeeds because it never stops flowing. Consistency will accomplish what bursts of motivation never can. Today, make a decision that your future will no longer depend on your moods. Build habits that remain strong even when emotions grow weak. Choose discipline over distraction, purpose over popularity, and faith over fear. Every sunrise is an invitation to become wiser than yesterday. Every setback is an opportunity to rise stronger than before. Keep moving with confidence, because the world makes room for people who refuse to surrender. The version of you waiting on the other side of persistence is far greater than the one standing here today. The most dangerous person in the world is not the one with the loudest voice, the biggest title, or the most attention. The most dangerous person is the one who has mastered themselves. Someone who can control their emotions, discipline their thoughts, and remain focused when everything around them is falling apart becomes a force that cannot easily be stopped. Before you conquer anything outside of you, you must first conquer what is happening inside of you. Many people want power, but they misunderstand where true power begins. They think power comes from controlling others, proving themselves, or receiving recognition. But real power begins with self-control. A person who cannot control their own anger, habits, reactions, and decisions is controlled by everything around them. The strongest person is not the one who never faces temptation or difficulty. The strongest person is the one who faces those moments and chooses purpose over impulse. Imagine a warrior preparing for battle. The greatest weapon he carries is not the sword in his hand. It is the discipline built through years of training when nobody was watching. The battles he won in private prepared him for the battles he would face in public. Every early morning practice, every moment of discomfort, and every sacrifice created the strength people later admired. Success is always the result of preparation that happened before the opportunity arrived. Your mind is the command center of your entire life. Every action begins as a thought. Every achievement begins as an idea. Every failure begins with a belief that was accepted without challenge. This is why protecting your mind is one of the most important responsibilities you have. Be careful what you allow to influence you. The voices you listen to, the information you consume, and the environment you choose will either strengthen your vision or weaken it. A powerful mind does not ignore problems. It simply refuses to be defeated by them. When challenges appear, an ordinary person asks, "Why is this happening to me?" A disciplined person asks, "What can I learn from this?" One question creates weakness, the other creates growth. The questions you ask determine the answers you find, and the answers you find determine the direction you take. There will be moments when nobody believes in you. There will be seasons when progress feels slow. There will be days when your own confidence feels smaller than your challenges. That is when your discipline must speak louder than your emotions. Anyone can move when they feel inspired. The truly powerful continue moving when inspiration disappears. You are building something greater than temporary success. You are building character. You are building resilience. You are building a version of yourself that can handle the responsibility of greater opportunities. Never forget that increased results require increased capacity. If you want a bigger future, you must become a bigger person. The journey to becoming dangerous does not begin with changing the world. It begins with changing yourself. Master your thoughts, master your actions, master your habits. When you become the person who cannot be controlled by fear, distraction, or doubt, you become unstoppable. Keep growing, because the strongest version of you is still being created. The difference between ordinary people and extraordinary people is not that one group faces problems while the other does not. Everyone faces storms. Everyone experiences rejection. Everyone encounters moments of uncertainty. The difference is that extraordinary people have trained themselves to respond differently. They understand that every challenge is an opportunity to develop strength, wisdom, and endurance. They do not ask life to become easier. They ask themselves to become stronger. There is a powerful lesson hidden in the story of a diamond. A diamond does not begin its journey as something beautiful and valuable. It begins as a simple piece of carbon buried deep beneath the earth. It is surrounded by darkness, covered by pressure, and hidden from the world. Yet through intense pressure and time, it transforms into something precious. Your difficult seasons may feel like darkness, but they can be the environment where your greatest qualities are developed. Many people run from pressure because they believe pressure is a sign that something is wrong. But pressure often reveals potential that comfort could never discover. A muscle grows stronger only when it is challenged. A mind becomes sharper only when it is stretched. A person develops confidence only after overcoming situations that once created fear. The very things you want to escape may be the things preparing you for your next level. Look at every successful person you admire. Behind every achievement is a story of persistence. Behind every victory is a chapter of struggle. Behind every confident person is a history of moments when they had to choose courage over doubt. What you see today is the result of battles they fought when nobody was watching. Never compare your beginning to someone else's finished product. One of the greatest mistakes people make is waiting to feel ready. They wait for more knowledge, more resources, more support, and more confidence. But readiness is often created through movement. You discover your abilities by using them. You develop courage by taking courageous actions. You build confidence by keeping promises to yourself. The first step does not require perfection. It requires commitment. Think about a person climbing a mountain. When they look at the entire journey ahead, the distance can feel overwhelming. The peak seems impossible. But they do not reach the summit by staring at the top. They reach it by focusing on the next step. One step becomes another. One effort creates another. Eventually, the person who once stood at the bottom is standing where they thought they could never reach. Your future will be shaped by the small choices you make today. Every time you choose discipline instead of laziness, growth instead of comfort, learning instead of ignorance, you are casting a vote for the person you want to become. Transformation is not created by one massive moment. It is created by thousands of small decisions aligned with a greater purpose. Do not underestimate yourself. The strength you need is already being developed inside you. The obstacles in front of you are not there to stop you. They are there to reveal what you are capable of becoming. Keep pushing forward. Keep sharpening your mind. Keep strengthening your character. The world has not yet seen the full power of the person you are becoming. The moment you decide to take full responsibility for your life is the moment your power begins to return. As long as you believe someone else controls your future, you will always remain limited by circumstances outside of you. But when you understand that your choices, your habits, and your mindset shape your direction, you become the architect of your own transformation. Responsibility is not a burden. Responsibility is freedom because it puts the power back into your hands. Many people spend years waiting for someone to rescue them. They wait for the perfect opportunity, the perfect person, or the perfect moment. But greatness is rarely discovered by waiting. It is created by those who decide to become the solution they have been searching for. The person who changes their life is not the one who receives everything they wanted. It is the one who learns to create something valuable with whatever they have. Imagine a captain standing at the wheel of a ship during a violent storm. The waves are massive, the wind is powerful, the conditions are frightening. But the captain does not abandon the wheel and blame the ocean. The captain understands that while the storm cannot be controlled, the direction of the ship can still be influenced. Your circumstances may not always be in your control, but your response always is. Your attitude, your effort, and your decisions determine whether the storm destroys you or develops you. One of the greatest forms of strength is emotional control. Anyone can react when they are angry. Anyone can give up when they are disappointed. Anyone can lose focus when things become difficult. But a disciplined person learns to pause, think, and choose a response that aligns with their purpose. Your emotions are powerful, but they should be your servants, not your masters. There will be moments when people misunderstand your journey. They may not understand why you sacrifice your comfort. They may not understand why you continue when progress seems slow. They may question your vision because they cannot see what you see. Remember, people often judge what they do not understand. You do not need everyone to believe in your dream. You need enough courage to continue building it. A powerful life requires powerful standards. You cannot expect extraordinary results while accepting ordinary habits. The future you desire demands a stronger version of yourself. Raise your standards for how you spend your time, how you treat your responsibilities, and how seriously you pursue your goals. The quality of your future depends on the quality of your daily choices. Every morning you receive a new opportunity to become better. You can continue repeating yesterday's patterns, or you can create a new path. You can allow your past to define you, or you can use your past to educate you. Mistakes are not the end of your story. They are lessons that prepare you for your next chapter. The person who takes ownership of their life becomes incredibly powerful. They stop waiting for permission. They stop searching for excuses. They stop depending on circumstances. They rise with purpose, move with discipline, and create with determination. Continue forward because the life you want is built by the person you choose to become today. There is a level of focus that separates people who dream from people who achieve. Dreams are common. Almost everyone has ideas, hopes, and desires, but focus is rare. Focus is the ability to protect your vision when distractions are everywhere. It is the ability to say no to temporary pleasures because you understand the value of a greater future. A person with focus becomes dangerous because nothing can easily pull them away from their purpose. The world today is designed to steal your attention. Every notification, every distraction, and every unnecessary conversation competes for your mind. If you are not intentional, you can spend your entire life reacting to things that do not move you closer to your goals. Successful people understand that attention is one of their greatest resources. Where your attention goes, your energy follows. Where your energy goes, your results begin to appear. Think about a powerful river. A river becomes strong because it moves in one direction. It does not waste its energy trying to flow in every possible path. Its strength comes from consistency and direction. But imagine that same water spreading across countless fields with no clear path. Its power becomes weaker. Your life works the same way. When your energy is scattered across too many distractions, your potential becomes diluted. When your energy is focused, your impact becomes unstoppable. Many people fail not because they lack ability, but because they lack commitment. They start many things but finish very few. They become excited about a new idea, but when challenges appear, they move on to something else. They are constantly searching for a shortcut instead of developing the discipline required for mastery. Greatness is not built through endless beginnings. It is built through faithful completion. Every master was once a beginner who refused to quit. The musician who performs beautifully practiced when nobody listened. The athlete who wins championships trained when nobody was watching. The leader who inspires millions first had to learn how to lead themselves. Excellence is created through repetition. The actions you repeat become the skills you possess. You must also understand the power of patience. In a world that wants instant results, patience has become a hidden advantage. A seed planted today does not become a tree tomorrow. It requires time, care, and consistency. The same is true for your personal growth. Your character, knowledge, and abilities develop through a process. Do not destroy your future by demanding immediate results from something that requires preparation. There will be seasons when your progress seems invisible. Do not mistake silence for failure. Roots grow underground before branches reach the sky. Foundations are built before buildings rise. Preparation happens before recognition arrives. Continue working even when applause is absent, because the strongest foundations are created in quiet seasons. Protect your focus, protect your time, protect your vision. Every day you have a choice between activities that strengthen your future and activities that steal from it. Choose wisely. The person who masters focus masters their direction, and the person who masters their direction eventually masters their destiny. Keep moving forward because your greatest achievements are waiting on the other side of your discipline. The final stage of transformation is not just becoming stronger. It is learning how to use that strength with wisdom, purpose, and responsibility. Many people chase success because they want recognition, but true power is not measured by how many people know your name. True power is measured by how many lives become better because you existed. The strongest person is not the one who rises above everyone else. The strongest person is the one who rises and then reaches back to help others climb. Your journey has never only been about you. The discipline you develop, the wisdom you gain, and the battles you overcome are preparing you to become a source of strength for others. Every challenge you survive gives you a story. Every lesson you learn gives you knowledge. Every moment you refuse to quit gives someone else hope that they can continue too. Your struggles can become someone else's encouragement if you allow them to shape you instead of breaking you. Think about a lighthouse standing on a dangerous coastline. It does not chase ships. It does not demand attention. It simply stands firmly in its position and shines its light through the darkness. Because of that light, lost ships find direction. The lighthouse does not need to leave where it was placed to make an impact. It only needs to remain strong and consistent. Your purpose works the same way. When you become disciplined, focused, and committed, your life becomes a light that guides others. One of the greatest dangers is achieving success without developing character. Without character, success can become destructive. Wealth without wisdom can create problems. Influence without responsibility can harm people. Opportunity without preparation can become overwhelming. This is why your internal growth matters more than external achievements. Become the kind of person who can carry the weight of the future you desire. Never forget that your reputation is built through small actions repeated over time. The way you treat people when nobody is watching reveals your true character. The promises you keep to yourself reveal your level of discipline. The choices you make during difficult moments reveal who you are becoming. Greatness is not a performance, it is a lifestyle. There will always be another goal to reach, another mountain to climb, and another challenge to overcome. But do not become so focused on the destination that you forget to appreciate the transformation happening during the journey. The person you become while pursuing your dreams is the greatest achievement you will ever receive. You started this journey with questions about becoming dangerous, but now understand the deeper meaning. Being dangerous does not mean causing fear. It means becoming impossible to stop because your mind is disciplined, your purpose is clear, and your commitment is unshakable. It means becoming someone who creates solutions instead of excuses. Someone who brings hope instead of negativity. someone who chooses growth when comfort calls. The world does not need more people who simply exist. It needs people who are awake, intentional, and prepared. Your potential is not a decoration. It is a responsibility. Do not hide what you are given. Develop it, strengthen it, use it. Because the greatest version of yourself is not found by waiting for life to change. It is created by deciding that you will change first. Keep building, keep learning, keep becoming. The future is waiting for the person you are choosing to become. You have reached the moment where everything you have learned must become action. Knowledge without application is only information. Motivation without movement is only emotion. The real transformation begins when you take what you have discovered and build it into your daily life. The person you want to become will not appear because you listen to powerful words. That person will appear because you made powerful decisions. Remember this, your future is not created in one giant moment. It is created through the small choices you make when nobody is watching. Every morning you choose discipline or distraction. Every day you choose growth or comfort. Every moment you choose courage or fear. Those choices may seem small, but they are shaping the direction of your entire life. The strongest people are not those who never fall. They are those who refuse to stay down. They understand that failure is not a final destination. It is feedback. A setback is not a signal to surrender. It is an invitation to learn, adjust, and rise again with greater wisdom. Every successful person has faced moments where quitting looked easier. What made them different was their decision to continue. Your greatest enemy is not the obstacle in front of you. Your greatest enemy is the version of yourself that accepts less than you are capable of becoming. The voice that tells you to delay. The voice that tells you to settle. The voice that tells you someone else is more qualified. That voice must be challenged every single day. Replace doubt with action. Replace excuses with responsibility. Replace fear with faith and commitment. You have the ability to become someone your past self would not recognize. You can build a stronger mind. You can develop powerful habits. You can create a future beyond what you once imagined. But it requires a decision that cannot be temporary. You cannot transform your life with occasional effort. Greatness demands consistency. When the world becomes difficult, remember who you are becoming. When people doubt you, remember why you started. When progress feels slow, remember that every great structure is built one piece at a time. Do not allow temporary emotions to destroy permanent dreams. Stay committed to the process. Now take everything you have heard and turn it into a new standard for your life. Wake up with purpose, work with discipline, learn with humility, lead with character, serve with passion. Become the person who does not need constant motivation because your mission is stronger than your moods. 50 minutes ago, you may have been searching for a way to become dangerous. Now you understand that true danger comes from mastery of yourself. A person with discipline, vision, courage, and purpose cannot be easily defeated. The world may challenge you, but it cannot control you unless you allow it. Your journey does not end here. This is where it begins. Take this mindset into your next day, your next decision, and your next challenge. Do not just listen and move on. Apply it, build it, live it. And if you are ready to continue becoming stronger, sharper, and more powerful in your mindset, continue your journey with the next message waiting for you. The next level of your transformation is not ahead of you by accident. It is waiting for your decision. Keep moving forward because the best version of you is still being created.